Hi there, welcome to your Vinyasa flow. My name is Rebekah Warner. I'm excited to be here with you today. Let's begin in a ragdoll forward fold. So bring your feet to the outer edges of the mat, turn the toes out to either side, bend your knees, and hinge forward from the hips. Let your head drop and hang heavy, and bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. Start to shake your head, yes and no, and then let's settle in. Drop the head down, take a big breath in, open mouth, exhale. Do that one more time. Full inhale, feel the belly press into the thighs. Open mouth, make an ujjayi sound. If ujjayi breathing is a part of your practice, seal your lips, bring a little constriction in the back of the throat, and force the breath out in that same way. Take one more ujjayi breath in and out, creating that audible sound. And then come on down to your hands and knees. Tabletop position. To thread the needle, press into your left palm. Sweep your right arm up high, look at it, and then thread it through underneath the left arm, placing the side of the right hand, right arm to the mat. Let your right cheek touch, and then take any variations you like. You can bind your left arm behind your back. You can find balance, lifting the left leg up high. Take whatever feels best in your body. One more full breath in and out. Bring that left hand back under the shoulder, left knee back down, press into the left palm. Inhale, right arm sweeps high. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Let's do the other side. Grounding the right palm, sweep the left arm up, breathe in. Left arm threads underneath the right, breathe out. Outside of the left arm to the mat, left cheek. Take whatever variation you took on the other side and take a full breath in and out. Bring your right hand underneath the right shoulder. If it's not already, press it into the mat. Sweep the left arm up, inhale, and lower the left hand, exhale. Let's take a few cat-cows. Arch the spine, look up, take a breath in. Round the spine, gaze towards your navel, breathe out. Do that a few more times, taking full, complete breaths. One more, making it as big as you can. Draw the shoulder blades together, shine the heart through the front of the body. Exhale, round the spine, spread the shoulder blades apart, lift the heart through the back body. Good, now come back to that neutral spine. And step your feet back, finding a high plank. You can take this on your knees or your toes. But either way, keep your gaze out at the front of the mat and squeeze your quadriceps as if you're lifting the backs of the knees towards the ceiling. On your inhale, lengthen out from the heels to the crown of the head. And on your exhale, draw the palms towards the toes, feeling that condensing sensation, that contraction. Take one more breath just like that. Last inhale, and as you exhale, lower down super slow, and let your belly button be the last thing to touch the mat, keeping that contraction through the core. All right, settle in, tops of the feet flat to the mat, hands by your side. Press up through low cobra as you inhale. Draw those shoulder blades together, look up through the eyebrows. Exhale, forehead to the mat. One more time. Inhale, maybe a little higher this time. Exhale, forehead to the mat. This time, take a full breath in, come up as high as you can. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. First one of the day, so feel free to roll over those knees, found tabletop. But once you're coming into this downward dog, guys, fan your fingers out wide, turn the pits of the elbows forward, and lift your tailbone up and back. So you feel like an arching in the lower back. Let the head drop and hang heavy. And here we'll take a full breath in and out. On your next inhale, lift both heels. As you exhale, bend your knees, look to the front of the mat, and travel all the way up to forward fold. Hang here for a moment, knees bent enough so that you can touch your hands to the floor. Let that head drop all the way. And prepare for your halfway lift. Press your hands into the shins. Extend the crown of the head towards the front of the room. Take an inhale. Come back into forward fold. Exhale. Let's do that one more time. Lengthen out, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. This time we'll pass through that shape. Halfway lift, inhale. Keep coming up, arms out and up, look up, reach up, breathe in. And then draw the palms to heart center, breathe out. We're gonna take a couple of sun salutation A's now. One movement, one breath. I'll remind you guys, it's moving with your breath, not mine. So feel free to go slower or faster than I'm guiding you. Let's start with a cleansing breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Seal those lips, come back to your ujjayi breath. Sweep the arms up, look up, reach up. Inhale, swan dive forward. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway, inhale. Plant your hands, step or jump back to high plank. And come to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift your heels, breathe in. Bend your knees, step or jump front of your mat, breathe out. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Sweep the arms out and up, look up, reach up, breathe in. And swan dive forward, breathe out. Lift halfway, breathe in. Plant your hands, step back, high to low plank. As you exhale, take that chaturanga, scooping the heart forward and up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more time, listen for change. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, step or jump front of the mat. Lift halfway, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Sweep those arms out and up, look up, reach up. And then lace your fingers together as you exhale. With this next breath in, lift even taller, separating those ribs from the hips. And then as you exhale, palms together, sit down into your chair pose. Take a full breath in and twist to the right as you exhale. Your left elbow will come to the shelf of the right knee. I'm going to turn around so you can see it. If it's not quite there, you can just simply straighten your left arm, right hand to the hip. But if it is there, I'm going to kind of lock and load here. But use that left elbow to the outside of the right knee for the bind. Press the top palm into the left, lift the heart up to the palms, and take your gaze over that right shoulder. Full breath in and down. Now with your next inhale, open both arms straight. And as you exhale, bind the right arm behind your back. Gaze over that right shoulder. Inhale, reach both arms straight again. Exhale, return to that chair twist. Now this time as you breathe in, release the twist. Stand all the way up, look up, reach up. And then sit back down, chair pose, twist to the left this time. Right elbow comes to the shelf of the right knee, or you take that straight arm variation. Either way, press that elbow into the knee to lift the heart, gazing over the left shoulder. Now something that happens a lot in chair twist is that right knee might kind of start to hug forward. The idea is that we keep our hips straight, our knees aligned. So maybe that's something you need to check. Take another breath in and out. I know we've got some sensation creeping in. Straighten those arms, breathe in. Bind the left arm behind your back, breathe out. Straighten the left arm, breathe in. Back to that chair twist, breathe out. Now release your twist, stand all the way up. Inhale, cactus the arms, exhale. Look up, reach up, breathe in. Palms together, fold forward, exhale. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. And then flow through your vinyasa. High plank to low plank, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now lift your right leg, not too high. You want to lift it to a three-legged dog with a completely straight leg and the hips aligned. So one way we can know your hips are aligned is by the toes. Notice those right toes. They should be pointing, flexing I should say, flexing straight down towards the mat. So if your right toes are over to the right, that tells me your hips are open. So turn those right toes down. Notice your hips are now aligned. And then squeeze the quadricep of that right leg, lifting the top of the kneecap. Take one more full breath in. And as you exhale, bring that right foot to the front of the mat. We're coming into warrior one. So lower that left heel and bring the left knee, hip, and shoulder to the front of the space. So you're aligned as if everything's facing forward here. So sweep the arms up overhead. For the full engagement of the pose, bring the palms together and look up. Or you can hug the biceps to the ears, keeping the fingers flexed. You can always scale down, bringing the hands to heart center. Take 3 breaths, bending deeply into that front knee, feeling the energy travel from the fingers all the way through the body to the feet. One more, full breath in, full breath out. Look up, reach up, let the palms find each other. And then as you exhale, trace them down to frame your front foot. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take your left leg up, 3-legged dog, not too high. Keeping the left toes flexed down. Keeping the left leg straight. Notice how that leg starts to get kind of heavy as you keep the hips aligned and keep the leg flexed. The legs straight and the toes flexed, I should say. Take another breath in and up. One more inhale, and as you exhale, bring the left foot to the front of the mat. Set up for your warrior one on the other side. So that right heel dials down, but the right toes are pointed to the right corner of the mat, so you can hug the right knee, hip, and shoulder forward. Your whole body facing the front of the mat, bend that front knee, and find your stance with your arms. Maybe hands at heart center, maybe arms reaching tall, maybe palms together, gazing up. Take 3 breaths, letting that energy travel through your body. Take one more full inhale. As you exhale, lower the hands, step back, high plank, low plank. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Now for this side, lift your right leg high, take a breath in. Bend your knee, open the hip, let it feel good. You can always flip your dog if that's a part of your practice. Lifting that left hip up, taking your gaze behind you, take another inhale. As you exhale, look to the mat, lower your right hand, come back to 3-legged dog. Breathe in. Right knee to right elbow as you breathe out. Find your fallen triangle. Sweep that left arm up high, gazing at the ceiling. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, look to the mat, lower the left hand, right knee, right elbow. And from here, we'll step the right foot inside the right hand. Coming into a runner's lunge shape here. So sometimes in runner's lunge, we kind of sit low, making a big stretch in that back leg. Today, I want you to lift up out of the pose. You're aligning your hips. Okay, thinking about what we did in that 3-legged dog, how we steered our toes down to align the hips. Do the same thing here. Think about your legs like a giant pair of scissors here. Now you want to have so much stability in the legs, that back heel is lifted here, that you could lift the hands off the floor. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Arrowed crescent lunge, lifts the arms up alongside the body. And imagine you're holding a beach ball over your back here. So the shoulder blades are squeezing together. The heart is lifting forward and up. Your gaze is out in front of you. Take 3 breaths here. One more breath in, one more breath out. Now for airplane pose, push off your back foot and float those left toes straight down, flexing the toes, just like you did in that warrior 3. That 3-legged dog. I'm just making stuff up today, y'all. So airplane pose, imagine you're flying through the air, holding an imaginary beach ball behind your back. Take another breath in, lift the heart. As you exhale, return to that arrow crescent lunge. Now bring your palms to heart center, and we're gonna twist to the right. Think back to that chair twist we did earlier. So you've got the same variation, right elbow to the outside of the left knee, top palm pressing into the bottom, or you can always straighten that bottom arm. You can even turn this into a dragonfly twist. Left hand coming to the floor. I'm showing that now if you want to look up at the screen. See that more gentle variation? But if you're with me in this crescent twist, press the right palm down, lift the heart towards the palms, look over the right shoulder. Take another breath in. Breathe it all the way out. Now release your twist, crescent lunge. Reach the arms up tall and come into your warrior two. Woohoo! Nice job, y'all. That right knee is hugging over to the right. Left toes are pointing forward. Ground the feet down. Look out over your front hand. Let's take one pumping warrior. Take some of the stress out of that front leg. Sweep the arms up. Breathe in. Back to warrior two. Breathe out. Make sure you can see your right big toes. And begin to flex your fingers with your breath. So inhale the fingers up. Exhale, flex the fingers down, curling them towards the wrist. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Big breath in. Big breath out. All right, now we're going to reverse your warrior. Flip the front palm, sweep it back, and for half moon, your right hand will come to the floor or a block, or you can always do it in a floating position with your right hand not touching anything. But you want to stack your joints. Left foot leaves the ground. Left palm opens up to the left. Your whole body is squeezed between 2 imaginary walls on either side of you. Take a big breath in and out here. 1 more inhale, and then to come back to warrior two, bend your standing leg and lead that right arm up from the ground back to your warrior two shape. Nice job. Now, for triangle pose, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior with a straight front leg, and then bring the arms to the T. So to set up for triangle, a little bit shorter of a stance usually, back heel's kicked back, right arm's gonna reach forward, both legs are straight here, and then right hand comes to the shin block or floor, left palm is open to the left side of your space. Take your gaze up towards that left hand, and take 3 breaths here. One more, big breath in, big breath out. All right, reverse your warrior 1 more time. Take that right arm up, and then bring your hands to your hips and turn all 10 toes forward. Now, we're gonna take all 10 toes out to either side for Skandasana. Bring your hands to heart center. Bend first into your left knee, flexing the right toes up. Maybe you stay right here in a nice high Skandasana. Maybe you come all the way down, letting your hips come tucked under, your heart lift. You want to keep that heel flat. On this side for me, I've got to put my hands down and lift my hips a little bit to get that heel flat, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. But you can always be all the way down. It just depends on what it is in your body. Take another inhale and exhale, and then we'll transition to the other side. Use the breath in to carry you up, and the breath out to carry you down. So you remember you want that flat foot, the hips curled under, the heart lifted. You'll recognize these palms at heart center. You can bring that elbow to the inside of the knee to open the shape up a little bit more if you're all the way down here. Take another breath in and out. Let's go to the other side 1 more time. Inhale, exhale. Just for a moment, look to that front foot and walk the hands to frame it alongside the mat. So you're back in runner's lunge where we started. For standing split, hop the back foot off the ground. Now standing split, you might have your hands on blocks or the floor, or maybe the hands are floating up by the hips or behind the calf. You can also take this opportunity to do some handstand hops. Maybe just gently transitioning the weight into your hands with each exhale, and maybe you're coming all the way up to some handstands. So let it work in your body. Take 3 more breaths, a little playtime, a little time to practice whatever it is you're working on. And we'll all be back together in that standing split. Take a breath in, runner's lunge, exhale. Hands are flat to the mat, left toes are tucked. Step your right foot back, high plank, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Lift your left heel up, breathe in. Bend the knee, open the hip. If you flipped your dog on the other side, go ahead and flip it on this side. We'll take a full breath in and out. Look to the mat, lower your left hand. Meet together in a 3-legged dog. Inhale, left knee to right elbow for fallen triangle. Extend that left leg out straight and reach the right arm up high. You can always come to the other end of the left knee as an alternative. Take a breath in. Look to the mat, lower your right hand. Left knee to your chest and step it forward. Coming into that runner's lunge shape. Your right hip hugs forward. Nice deep bend in the left knee, both feet pressing into the mat, but just the ball of the back foot. Take a full breath in and out and come to your arrowed crescent lunge. So your chest lifts off the left thigh. Hold your imaginary beach ball behind your back. Heart's lifting forward and up. Take a breath in and out. For airplane pose, we're gonna push off that back foot and float. So we're holding our imaginary beach ball. Right toes are flexed down. That's it. Straighten that back leg. Keep the heart lifted. Take another breath in and out here. All right, one more big inhale. Lift that heart. And for arrow crescent lunge, bend your standing leg. Land on the ball of your back foot. Bring the hands to heart center. Inhale. Twist to the left. Exhale. Right elbow finding the shelf of that left knee. You've got it. Remember, you've got your variations here. Straight right arm, maybe even dragonfly twist. But if you're in that crescent twist with me, press the top palm into the bottom. Gaze over your left shoulder. We've got 3 breaths here. One more. Big breath in. Let it all out. Release your twist, crescent lunge. Inhale. Warrior 2. Exhale. Now I'm going to turn around. Don't let me confuse you guys. You've got your left toes pointing forward. Your right toes pointing to the right corner of the mat. You're gazing out into that front hand. Make sure you can see your front big toe. So you've got the left knee going out to the left. Take a pumping warrior. Ready? Inhale up. Exhale, warrior 2. Let's start to move those fingers. Flex them up as you breathe in. Curl them down as you breathe out. 2 more breaths. 1 more. All right, let's reverse your warrior. Flip the front palm. Right hand on the back of the right thigh. Take a full inhale. And for half moon, your left hand comes towards the mat, comes to the block, the mat, or floats through space as you lift your right foot off the ground. Remember, we're imagining we've got a wall on either side of our body, and we're narrowing our body to fit between that's narrow space. Take another breath in and out. Now on your next exhale, we're gonna lay back in that warrior 2 shape. So bend through your standing leg, nice and easy. Beautiful. Now let's reverse your warrior again. Flip the front palm straight in the front leg this time. And bring the arms to a T. We're setting up for triangle pose here. So maybe a little bit smaller of a stance with that back heel's kicked back. Reach that left arm out over that straight left leg. And then tic-tac the left hand to the shin blocker floor, the right palm up. Gaze at your top hand and take 3 full breaths here. Come all the way back through center. Turn the left toes forward, hands to hips. We're gonna take some more Skandasanas, but this time we're gonna go side to side with our breath. So take an inhale. Exhale to the right. Flex the left toes up. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left, flexing the right toes up. Keep going back and forth. You can go as high or low as you'd like. Working all the mobility in your ankles, your knees, your hips. Next time you come over to the right side, stay there for a moment. Look to your left foot, walk your hands along the mat to frame that foot, and finish in that runner's lunge shape with your left foot in front. For a standing split, hop off the back foot, or hop the back foot off the ground, I should say. Let your gaze come behind you and take whatever variation you did on the other side. We've got about 3 or 4 breaths to play around here. Remembering that yoga is a practice, you want to be playful here. And then come back to that runner's lunge. When you're ready, we'll step back to high plank. Inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right, guys, take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Walk those hands to the back of the mat. Return to your ragdoll forward fold where we first began. Toes turned out, chest down, opposite hand to opposite elbow. Notice the difference between how you feel now and when we first started. Use your next exhale to come down to what we call Malasana squat. Your feet at the outer edges of the mat, the elbows inside both knees, palms together. So it's like a double skandasana here. You tuck your hips under, you lift the chest. Now you can stay right here. It feels super good to close your eyes and just tune into the breath. In other cultures, people can sit this way for long periods of time. In Western culture, it can be a little uncomfortable. It takes some practice. So feel free to stay here. You can come with me into crow pose, bringing the palms in front of the feet, coming up onto the tippy toes. You're gonna bring the shins to the top parts of the triceps here. So you're coming up to the tippy toes to access that area. Keep your gaze at the mat right in front of you. Lift your hips, draw the core in, and then if you're comfortable, start to shift the weight into the hands. You don't ever have to let your toes come off the ground, but if you'd like to take that full crow, your toes come up towards each other. Take a full breath in and out, maybe coming in and out of crow or holding. And then we'll all meet back together in that Malasana squat. Take a full breath in, full breath out. All right, come on, hands to the floor, lift those hips, returning to ragdoll. Take a breath in and out here. All right, take a halfway lift, inhale. Walk those feet together. Exhale, fold forward. Take another halfway lift, breathe it in. Keep coming up, all the way to standing. Reach the arms out and up, look up, reach up, breathe in. Palms to heart center. All right, we're gonna take a balance series here. So take all your weight into your right leg. I'm gonna face you guys. Lifting your left knee, left hand to left elbow, right arm out like you're stopping traffic. Take a full inhale. And as you exhale, bring your left knee out to the left. To scale up, you can turn your gaze to the ground past your right hand. Turn your gaze to center, return the left knee to center. Take your right hand to the outside of that left knee, open the left arm up. Call this dancing shiva. Now this whole series can be taken with a straight leg. I tell you now, right? I should have told you before. But yeah, your leg could be straight here. Bending the knee is usually a lot more accessible. You can also scale up by bringing your gaze to the ground underneath that left hand. Either way, take one more breath in and out. Enjoying that deep twist. All right, now come back to center. Hold your knee or foot up, reach your arms up, stork pose, and then airplane pose. You've been here before. Hinge forward from the hips. Hold your imaginary beach ball back there. Steer the toes down. Squeeze the legs straight. All right, guys, we've got one more challenge today. Come back to that stork pose. Take a breath in, and then bring both hands to your foot. Extend the leg as straight as it will go. Round your upper back and bend your standing leg. We call this a pistol squat. Take a full breath in, full breath out. All right, come all the way back up to standing. 2 feet to the ground. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. Palms to heart center. Exhale. Great job so far. Let's do the other side. Standing on your left leg, right hand to the outside of the right knee. Left arm out like you're stopping traffic. Exhale your right knee to the right. Maybe take your gaze over to the left. Keeping your awareness squared on that heel to the crown of the head connection. Turn your gaze to center, right knee to center, left hand to the outside of that right knee, or foot I should say, dancing shiva. Gazing behind you over that right shoulder, past the right hand. One more full breath here. Pressing down through that left foot, lifting up through the crown of the head. Return your gaze to center. Arms reach up, hold that right knee up, airplane pose. Hinge forward from the left hip, right toes steered down, heart lifted, gazing out in front of you. One more breath, and then we'll return to that stork pose one more time. Right knee lifts, arms lift, grab onto your foot, extend the leg as straight as it'll go, puff out the heart through the back of the body, and bend your standing leg. Woo, I feel this, I don't know about y'all. One more breath in, and out, let it all the way out, and then come all the way back up to standing. Both feet flat, sweep those arms up, breathe in, hands to heart center, breathe out. Nice work, guys. So we're standing at about halfway on our mat, I imagine at this point. Sweep those arms up, breathe in, fold forward as you breathe out. We want to come all the way to a plank position. So walk those hands forward, those feet back. From here, we've got 3 full breaths. Inhaling length from the heels to the crown of the head. Drawing the palms towards the toes as you breathe out. 2 more times. 1 more. That's it. Now use this next exhale to lower down as slow as you possibly can. Keeping that belly button lifted off the mat. Nice job. Let the tops of the feet come flat. Turn one cheek, bring the arms alongside the body. Let them face up. And take a couple of deep breaths here. Letting the shoulders roll forward. Letting the neck release. All right, bring your forehead back to the mat. Flip the palms to face down. Join your legs together as one. For locust, variation A, lift everything up off the ground. Traditionally, the palms are facing down in locust pose, but we're gonna grab our imaginary beach ball again today. So pressing that beach ball with both hands, lifting that heart, lifting your gaze. You've got 5 more breaths. Three more breaths. Pressing that belly button down into the mat with each inhale. Now use your next exhale to slowly lower down. Turn the other cheek. Let the palms face up. And find your breath again. Big full breaths in. Open mouth, exhale. Return your forehead to the mat. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up through tabletop. And we're coming to a boat pose, Navasana. Now boat pose, guys, we want to find the spot in between the tailbone where I am now and the sit bones where I am now. So there's this little shelf. Wherever that is, that's where you want to be with your pelvis. Now, take your back and straighten it out. So hold onto those knees and lift your heart. Feel that straight spine. So with that spine straight, you may not be able to lift your feet off the ground. That's okay. You could probably lift the heels up though, having the tippy toes only. Maybe your hands need to stay on the knees. Maybe your toes need to stay on the mat. Maybe your legs are in your face and your arms are up. Who knows? Find your edge and stay there for 3 full breaths. Ready? One more full breath in. Full breath out. Stay here, stay here. Now we're going to use the next exhale to transition to canoe. So breathe in. Exhale, canoe pose. So canoe, you've got your back completely flat. Maybe the legs are hovering and your arms are low. And maybe your legs need to be a little higher to keep your back flat. Make it work in your body. And we'll take 3 more breaths. Use this next breath to lift up. And then as you exhale, lower everything down. Good job. Stare at the ceiling for a moment. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. We're going to take a set of bridges, 2 bridges total. We're going to do the canoe and the boat in between the 2, okay? So here's the first one. Feet underneath the knees, palms flat. Lift the hips up off the ground. You can stay here, or you can lace the fingers behind your back, taking the shoulders, tucking them underneath the shoulder blades. This helps you lift your heart a little bit more, coming a little deeper into the pose. Take 3 full exhales. We'll use your next breath to slowly begin to transition out. So go ahead and release your bind. Lift the hips a little higher as you breathe in, and then slowly roll down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Hug your knees to your chest, rock side to side. All right, let's take that boat pose one more time. This time, rock and roll forward and back, and see if you can land in your boat pose. 3 breaths here. Use this next breath to transition. Lift a little higher, inhale. Exhale to canoe. 3 breaths here. Lift up just a bit, inhale, and then let go. Lower down, exhale. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. All right, take your feet underneath your knees, palms pressing down, and lift everything up again, bridge pose. If wheel is a part of your practice, you can take your wheel pose now instead. So either way, find the bridge that works for you. And take 3 full exhales. Take one more big breath in, and then slowly lower down. Exhale. Draw the knees to the chest, gently rock side to side. Now we're going to come into a pose called shoelace pose. Bring your right knee to the front of the mat, and your left knee over on top of it. Your feet are going to be out to either side, and your knees might be pretty far apart. That's okay. We're working both hips towards flat. For me, right now, apparently, to get my left hip flat, my left foot's gonna come off the ground. I'm okay with that. So you want both hips grounded. Grab onto both ankles and tighten your shoelaces. Lift the heart, breathe in, and then hinge forward from the hips. Breathe out. Walk those hands out in front of you. Round the heart forward. Let the head drop. Take another 3 or 4 breaths here, just letting yourself soften, doing as little work as possible. You could always hit the pause button and hold this longer if you like. But if you're ready to move out, go ahead and lift the head, lift the heart, unwrap the top leg, and unwrap the bottom leg. Without shaking anything, we're going to go right to the other side. So the left knee towards the center of the mat. The right knee stacks on top of it. Don't worry about the space between your knees. You want the feet fanned out to either side and both sit bones grounded. This pose is also called cow face pose. You might see the cow face. Maybe so, maybe not. But either way, tighten those shoelaces by grabbing both ankles and lifting the heart. Breathe in. And hinge forward from the hips. When you get as low as you can go, round the upper back, let the head drop. And take 10 or so breaths here. Just letting yourself kind of give into the pose a little bit. These last 3 or 4 breaths, soften whatever you can, letting those muscles in the legs and the hips gently release, let the head gently drop. One more big breath in, and a big breath out. Lift your head, lift the chest. Now unwrap your legs like a present, top leg first, then the bottom leg. Bring your hands behind you and let the knees very slowly drop to one side. All right, bring them slowly back up through center and let them fall to the other side. All right, guys, we're gonna slowly move on to our backs. Take your time, picking your inversion pose, whichever one you'd like. Drawing the knees to the chest, rocking side to side. I'm going to suggest a happy baby for today. but you can take any others that you'd like. So for happy baby, peace fingers, grab your big toes, your knees go to the outer side, either side of your ribs. You can stay still or rock side to side, but the idea here is that you're grounding your lower back and lifting those feet higher than your heart. So typically in an inversion pose, we want the hips higher than the heart. In this pose, they're not really, so it's, in that way, it's a little less than ideal, but it feels so good, and you're still getting all that blood that's pulled in the feet back to the heart. So now take your knees to your chest, and make them go into a few circles each way. We're getting ready to take our spinal twist here, letting those knees come over to the right hand side. Take your right hand to the top of that left knee and then reach your left arm out long, gazing in that direction. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Draw the knees back up through center. Let them fall to the left. Open that right arm out. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. As you prepare for shavasana, know that it might feel good to put some socks on or a sweatshirt, or even get a blanket. So feel free to hit the pause button and get nice and comfy. And you could even just hit the pause button and stay here as long as you like. I'm going to guide you through about 1.5 minutes long here. So as you get comfortable, just allow your feet to splay out to either side. Flip your palms so they're facing up. And if it requires effort to hold them up, you can tuck the shoulders under the shoulder blades. Rock your head side to side, find that spot right in the middle that allows you to find complete rest. Take a big breath in. Soften the face, close the eyes, and as you exhale, let a wave of stillness wash over you. Shavasana. Slowly bring your awareness back to your breath. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Begin wiggling your fingers and your toes. And then reach your arms overhead. Full body stretch. Big breath in. Rock onto your right side. Let your head rest on your bottom arm. And take a moment to just notice how you feel. Come all the way back up to a seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Draw your palms together, thumbs to heart center. We'll close our class with a word that means the light in me sees and honors the identical light in you. Take a big breath in. Let's bow forward together as we say, Namaste. Great job hanging with me today, guys. Can't wait to see you next time. Take care.